Billie Eilish has said that her brother Finneas-O'Connell is her best friend forever. In a sweet Instagram tribute for his 26th birthday, Billie wrote that she will never love anyone as much as she loves her older sibling, adding, "You are the best thing I have." Finneas has been by Billie's side personally and professionally throughout her entire life and supported her through her rise to superstardom, serving as Billie's co-writer and producer for all of her award-winning projects. Finneas told The Washington Post in 2020 that he wouldn't have it any other way, even though it means his solo career typically takes a back seat to collaborating with his sister. "In the alternate reality where I wasn't involved at all, and I'd been just sweating my way through, trying to have a music career for years. And then my sibling had one and I wasn't involved at all. I think I'd be very tortured by it," he said. But the fact that we've had one in tandem makes a lot of sense. The career they've had together has been massively successful, including 9 Grammy wins, 2 Golden Globes for Best Original Song, What Was I Made For, and No Time to Die, and a Best Original Song Oscar for the latter. From their childhood to their record-breaking musical collaborations, here is everything to know about Billie Eilish's bond with her brother Finneas-O'Connell. Finneas was born in Los Angeles on July 30, 1997. He and Billie, who is 4 years his junior, were raised by their 2 parents, each of whom worked in entertainment. Their mother Maggie Baird is an actor, screenwriter and musician, and their father Patrick O'Connell is an actor and musician. Baird and O'Connell homeschooled Billie and Finneas and helped cultivate their innate songwriting talent. Finneas began writing and composing music as a child and played several instruments from a young age. "Patrick and I would hear something and walk into the room and go, 'Who wrote that?' Baird told The Washington Post. And he'd go, 'I wrote that.' Every time. I remember telling a person or two who was a singer or a songwriter. I'd be like, 'I don't know what to do, my son has this crazy talent.'" Related, all about Billie Eilish's parents, Maggie Baird and Patrick O'Connell. Finneas joined his mother's songwriting class when he was 12 years old and confirmed her suspicions. He was great at making music. "It's as if she handed him a songwriting Rubik's Cube, and he solved it in 3 seconds, O'Connell said. Still, the father of 2 insisted that he and Baird didn't push Finneas to pursue music professionally. "We have never put any kind of emphasis on getting a job and making a living. If we modeled anything, it was being broke and artsy," O'Connell said. He was an actor before focusing on music. Before he was known as an acclaimed producer, songwriter and singer, Finneas was a working actor, and his biggest roles played to his musical talents. As a child, he played Spencer, a student in the 2011 Cameron Diaz comedy Bad Teacher. When he was a teenager, Finneas guest-starred on seasons 4 and 6 of Modern Family. The producer also acted as Alistair on Glee season 6. He previously told The Washington Post that appearing on the show as it was winding down was a bit of a strange experience. "I definitely felt like I'm part of the end of this seminal thing," Finneas said. "It's so funny to be doing your 4th episode of a show and everybody's weeping, and it's like their 130th episode." Finneas has also starred in independent films, including Life Inside Out, which was written by and co-starred his mom, and Confessions of a Teenage Jesus Jerk. In 2022, Finneas had a voiceover role in which he got to flex his pop star muscles. He wrote music for and played Jesse, a member of the fictional boy band for Asterisk Town, in Disney/Pixar's 2022 animated film Turning Red. He originally wrote Ocean Eyes for his band. Finneas was a member of a rock band called the Slightlies as a teen. After winning a contest and performing at the band's Warped Tour when he was 15, he actually questioned whether he wanted to keep making music. "Even that one day was so heatstroke-y and so hectic and stressful that I was like, this thing I thought was my lifelong dream is not my dream at all," he recalled to The Washington Post. Still, Finneas kept at it. And when he was 18, he wrote Ocean Eyes for the band, describing it as a big, soaring electric guitar and drum record. It didn't work for the Slightlies, but it did work for his younger sister. Finneas and Billie worked to deconstruct and rework the track together, releasing it on SoundCloud in 2015 and then watched it blow up. The best part about it was such baby steps. Comparatively, he said. The first night was 1,000 streams, and we were like, oh my god. Then a week later, it was 10,000, 2 weeks later it was 100,000. They weren't Bieber YouTube numbers, where you'd put up a Justin Timberlake cover and you'd get 15 million. We appreciated every step of the way. Billie prefers working with him. Billie and Finneas work well together in part because she is not a fan of the typical recording experience, especially with other co-writers. She doesn't like going to some big studio and having them pretend to be a therapist for a couple hours, he explained to the Washington Post. So by default, we always make the good stuff together. Finneas told Rolling Stone in 2022 that he works with Billie so she will get what she wants out of her sound and affirmed that she has the final say on everything they create together. I always really firmly had this sort of, let's have this be your name. You're the star of the videos. The songs are about your life, and then I'll do my thing separately, Finneas said. I'm not afraid to speak my mind, but I also have a feeling of when she's like, I hear what you're saying, but I prefer the other way.